Good evening, Central Indiana, and well, it's easy for me to say. Good evening, Central Indiana. Welcome live to JTH Construction Studio. You're live with Porch Time, and we have a fun-filled show tonight with some normal people and some different ones that are coming in tonight. Mr. Cornett's kind of relatively new, but Heather's old hat. We'll get to the Paragon Homecoming board members. Is that you guys board members? Mm-hmm. Since we've got the president and the vice president in here tonight, so. Real quick, I'd like to thank our sponsors, JTH Construction. Get a hold of Joe for all your construction need, 765-913-8599. American Basement Solutions, Larry Ralph. Get a hold of Larry at 1-877-409-2837. Fathom Real Estate with Teresa Messmer, 765-341-8911. Wellspring, Bob Goodman's Group, 765-346-6661. Stids Comfort System, is it comfortable in here? Feels good, doesn't it?
Yes,
to me,
it does. Feels nice.
Give Caleb Stidd a call at 765-346-0195. Get one of them ductless units like I have over my shoulder. Live Wire, Tommy Walls. Electric Consulting. Give Tom a call at 765-792-4012. Wayman's Furniture Appliance and Mattress. Give Mark a call at 765-342-4339. The Yard Barber, Mr. Andrew Payton, 765-318-4108. Logan's Cosmos, 765-318-3388. Let's not forget our ladies down at Hometown Nutrition, Martinsville, 765. What are we doing here, Facebook? Okay. Oh, that was it. Are we still here? You still on?
I am. I don't know.
I don't know.
Let me do this real quick. I apologize.
Like you said, I'm the rookie.
Let me make sure we're... Oh, there we were. I shouldn't have screwed that up. Okay. All right. Corey, are we live? What's up, Dakota? OBS, it said disconnected for a minute, and I seen that it was frozen or something. Anyway. Also, one other thing. Do not forget Granny's Treasure Hunt, Saturday, September 2nd, 8 a.m. start. This is at a senior retreat here in town. Susan Lowe and Company, Teresa Messmer. Get a hold of them. That's going to be a fun. That's September 2nd. It froze for a while. It's all right. Okay. All right, guys. Hi, how you doing, Heather?
I'm great. Thanks for having me.
Good.
How you
Mr.
doing?
Cornett, how are you, sir?
Doing pretty good.
President and Vice President
Yes.
of the Paragon Homecoming Committee. It's here again already. Didn't we just do this with Rick and you like
Seemed like
a week ago?
Seemed like it. Yeah.
But okay. September 1st. That doesn't sound right. That doesn't seem right.
No, it's weeks away.
Cool folks there. Luke Jackson says that about you guys right there. So.
Luke's a great guy.
Yeah,
I
he is,
like Luke real well.
Yeah. All right, here we go. September 1st, Paragon Homecoming. Tell us a little about what you got going on this year, and I'll punch back up the picture that I've got.
The schedule. We were slackers since we didn't have books tonight.
We can talk about some of the events.
I'll let the mouth talk. She always
You're
does
the
it for
president.
us.
You're the rookie.
He's delegated authority right
there.
That's how it always works with him.
It doesn't matter if I delegate or not. She takes over.
Oh, no.
She's good at this, though. She's good PR.
Well, we'll start with Friday night. Festival opens at 6 p.m. We have taps playing.
Mr. McKee.
Sometimes, but I always, is her name? Don't shoot me.
Zondra.
Yes, Zondra.
Yes.
She usually comes for us, so does a real good job. And then we have Sean Proctor playing from 6 to 7:30. And then 7:30 is our crowning ceremony. And then at 8 o'clock till midnight, we have Tom Henson, the Main Street Band, performing. So
he's got a full set there, 8 to midnight.
Yes, he does. He's a good.
Y'all stay up late down there at
I know.
Well, yeah, we have a good time.
It's only once a year. You gotta do it right.
Right. Okay, so then you roll into Saturday morning.
Townwide yard sales at 8 a.m.
Okay.
Then we have the car show registration from 9 to 10, and the car show. I can't even speak. Starts at 11. and it's sponsored by Pap's Garage there in Paragon. So if you need any work done on your car,
Might as well go to Paps.
hit up Pap's. Yeah. And then our judging's from 11:30 to 12, and the awards are going to be handed out at 1. Also at 11 a.m. we have the kiddie tractor pulls back this year. So
Which is a fan favorite.
yes, I'm excited. The Morgan County Machinery is doing that.
Oh,
So,
are they good?
yes, I was really glad because, you know, that's been a hard one for a while to try to find somebody to take that back over.
Right.
We have the Silly Safaris coming at 2 to 5. Sorry.
Now, what is that? What does that consist
That's
of?
the live animal show.
Okay.
You know, they bring down the snakes. You know, come
Yeah,
down and get
no.
you, pet you that big old
No,
snake, maybe.
I'm not doing that.
The
I'll
owl.
skip
The
that
owl's
one.
pretty neat.
I can see an owl in the woods. A snake I don't want to mess with.
They bring a what they bring last year? The hissing iguana or
Yeah,
something, was
Something
it?
like that. I don't know. I was at the car show.
No,
Okay.
armadillo. It was a hissing
Can you
Can
armadillo.
you cook them on a Blackstone? Because that's what.
Well, we could try if he
I
brings
mean,
it
you know,
back.
Indiana's got armadillos now coming.
I heard that.
And yeah, I've seen them.
So-
Everybody always thought I was crazy. I'm like, did you just see that armadillo? They're
Yeah.
like, you are crazy. That was not.
Someone had a photo of one the southern part of the state got hit by a car.
Yes.
And I was like, we got Texas speed bumps now. Because I mean, we used to live in Texas, and I was stationed down in Louisiana, and I'd go there every weekend, and they're like
Everywhere.
raccoons. They're like possums. They're everywhere.
I've always wanted to touch one just to kind of see, you know.
They're like a possum with a tank cover on.
Yeah,
it.
I touched the one with the silly safaris. It was
Yeah.
like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Then at 5, we have Austin James coming in to play. And then he's playing till 7. And then at 8 o'clock to midnight, we have Bonita. That is a rock band from Spencer. I don't know if.
Really?
Yeah, they have a pretty good following.
8 to midnight again. You guys are
Mm.
night owling it. I'm telling you, that's
we're a bunch of hoot owls. You know, we like the owls. But yeah, they're a pretty good band, and
okay.
I'm looking forward to them. So, and then Sunday we have cornhole registration early this time. People's gonna have to pay attention to that. 10:30 a.m. and then the cornhole starts at 11. Last year they had so many teams that when we had it was at 1, I think, and it wasn't even done at 5 o'clock. And
After the parade and everything. it
yeah,
was-
I mean, we had to leave them because we don't have enough members. Please join, people, to leave them there playing cornhole. It's like, oh my lord.
Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yes. So then we have the cornhole starting at 11, and then Backwoods Bluegrass band is playing from 11 to 2.
You've been drinking?
I was gonna say.
I know, it's what I was just thinking.
Yeah, but you
Holy
need to share it.
I was gonna say, she's,
I can't even talk.
she's holding out on us over there.
Well, I did bring a big cup. Then at 2 to 5, we have the wrestling.
Wrestling it.
No, that's not the little guys, is it?
No,
Okay.
we can't afford them.
Oh, really? They're more expensive than
Oh my, yeah.
really micro wrestlers. what
Yeah,
it's called.
they even want hotel stays, and I'm like, what? I can't afford that.
You could put like 12 of them in a room, though, couldn't you?
At least.
I don't know if they'd like that, but
Right.
Then we have the parade starting at 6, and then our award program at 7, and then 8 to midnight again is the Mystery Train Band. Closing
And
it
you're
out
rocking
right.
out till Monday morning down
Monday
there.
morning,
Yeah, I mean, you know, it used to be till Monday, so
Right.
and you know, everybody wanted us to go back to that, and I'm like, oh no, 3's plenty, you know.
Right.
Especially when you don't have the help that you need, and
Let's just get that out of the way. How many people's on the board right now?
what, 6?
6. How many you need?
At,
12.
at least 12.
At least 12.
Yeah, I mean, you're running a parade.
15
you're
would be
running
great.
events.
Yeah.
So you try to get the people from. I wonder if I can do this on air without people seeing me. Check on it.
Come
I
on, you know,
gotcha.
it just makes it easier if you had more help, because
Right.
you know, we need to be, you know, like we have our gambling license, so we could be doing bingo during the festival,
Really?
and pull tabs and that everybody likes, but we can't do that.
You could have the world's largest bingo game then there at Paragon Speedway and fill the infield with bleachers or
There
seats
we go.
and make all the money you want.
That would be good. That would be good. Yeah.
I'm just throwing that idea out there. I don't know.
Well, you know, you'd have to run that with the gambling people. They're pretty
I was on the
Stri-
fall
stri-
foliage board and
you
I
know,
couldn't believe the
stipulations and rules.
hoops you have to jump through.
Yes. Lots.
Yeah, you can only go from 8 to 10, and the minute 10 o'clock hits, you better shut her off or
Yeah.
whatever that was.
And you have to have a certain place that you're doing it
Yep.
and all that lovely stuff.
No one under 18 or
and only
21.
certain people
18,
can
yep.
collect the money and
Mhm.
certain ones that can't, and it's a lot.
Those are the ones that get reported. Remember that.
Yeah.
Not all.
Don't
of them
look
like
at me
that. we don't all go by the rules there. No, they're pretty strict.
Yes, they are very strict.
So Paragon, you guys got the festival coming up, but you also got some other big news down there just past couple weeks. Something major opened back up down there too.
Oh yeah,
So
Tomato
I mean
Pie.
that plays right into it.
Yes, and they will be open for the festival. So
You got Tomato Pie open back up.
yes,
You got the festival. You got the track looking magnificent.
and they are racing
They
both
already
nights.
Friday and
Oh, they'll be
Saturday.
down there racing.
Yes.
So
Friday
you
and
guys are gonna be
Saturday.
busy down there.
I'm hoping,
We're
but
hoping.
Yeah.
I'm hoping wives can come down for a while, right? Leave their
Right.
husbands,
Leave your husband at the
leave the
track.
kids at the track.
Right.
I'm going to listen to some band.
Well, I'm hoping that it's not 110 degrees.
Me
This
too.
heat wave gets through and gets out.
Till
'cause-
more raining, we usually have at least one day of rain.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I mean, last year you would have died. Our busiest day was the rainy day. Ask him,
Yep.
and the wrestlers were wrestling, and it was packed. I mean, the people were sitting in the rain watching the wrestlers. Were like,
It was great.
didn't leave.
Nope.
no, didn't leave, and they went ahead. They're like, no, we want to do it. I'm like, okay, whatever.
I'm getting asked questions now. So let me ask you this on the parade. Where does the parade start and end down there?
It starts at Paragon School,
Okay.
Paragon Elementary School, and ends
Which
at
is right on the
Paragon.
way to the track.
Yes, and ends at Paragon Elementary School as well. The route goes down Church Street onto Smith Lane, turn right back to Harrison. You go down Harrison, turn left there onto Border,
So if you're
and
going
right
to the
back to the
track
main.
Saturday,
No, it's
It's-
Sunday.
it's
Okay, so
Sunday
the track's
evening.
over with.
Yeah,
the track's
I'm
over
sorry.
But
Okay.
Friday night and Saturday, they're going to have to take a detour since
Well, they can go down, can't they? Go down to
Yes, they're-
Whitaker almost. and
yeah,
come
they're going
back.
or they can turn there at the old IGA.
IGA.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah,
That's
they
true.
can go there too. I'm like, I could just wait for somebody to come barreling through there.
That's all you need.
I know, it'd be rough.
Yeah.
Be rough.
We
So
had
we're-
one or two do that.
Oh, really?
At the beginning, we got at least one car chopping brakes up. Oh, the road's blocked.
Oh yeah. So where are all the events at? Like during the day? Where are they all right there in that same little area?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
The
All
car
the way
show
down
is
Union Street.
the car show. Yeah, the car show is closer past the post office, right there by our building is
Okay.
where we have it. But
If somebody wanted to enter their car, is it too late?
no, they
No,
sign
no,
up that
sign
day.
up that day.
Okay.
That
How many
day.
cars you normally have down there?
It's like what 25 last year.
We ended
or
up
maybe-
with 25 on our rain day. We had 15 or 20 the day of when it rained on us. So
Yeah.
we had to do a rain delay, and they come back.
More came back the next time.
Yeah.
That's good. You guys are always busy down there. It seems like with something.
Well,
All right. So
Keeps us young.
right.
keeps you young. Sure.
So it looks like you got Millie McGee's as a sponsor too this year,
Yes.
Sir.
and there is rides and stuff too, correct?
No.
No?
We do have bounce houses and carnival games.
Who's bounce house, and is it
It's a
Dr. Sears?
no. It's actually the guy that does the games. He's used to live there in Paragon. His name's Henry Flatford.
Okay.
He worked for Poor Jack for a long time. So.
Oh, so he's got connections.
Yes.
But not connections with rides.
Well, then he's no good.
Well, he does provide all the games. I mean,
So he got a lot of the carnival games that you're used to?
Yes.
yeah,
Oh, that's fantastic.
yes, he does. It's
Tell him a Ferris wheel and tilt-a-whirl's not hard to get.
it would be nice, but
He's been working on it for us. He just ain't got the
maybe
right
Poor Jack
answers
one
yet.
of these times will get back in with him and say, hey, they used to have rides sitting empty during our festival, like a couple, 2 or 3.
Yeah.
And they used to say they'd let him bring them down, but I don't know what happened. I think they're using them all now.
Well, you would think with the change of everything that went on, they're almost done.
Well, yeah, there's not very many, and that's why everybody gets really mad about no rides. But I said they don't really realize how hard ride companies are. I mean, when COVID hit, there is so many ride companies in Indiana that aren't licensed to do Indiana. So the few that are left, they go to bigger places, and they're wanting like $30,000.
I heard they lost, a lot of the carnivals lost tons of workers.
Yes.
And some had to shut down because
Yes.
they don't have the employees to do it.
Yeah, that's what they said. They don't have the employees. Plus, with the fuel, trying to, takes a lot to pull them rides down.
I actually met poor Jack.
Yeah.
And at the fair this year, and I heard the story is that he was always going to work at on this carnival stuff, and they said, his neighbors would always be like, well, there goes old poor Jack, 24 hours a day.
All the time.
And so that got his name to Poor Jack.
Yeah.
But I actually met the man they call Poor Jack, and I was like, dude, you're really him? Can I get an autograph? I thought it was like just a nickname.
I always laugh because they see me coming when they have that Fairs and Festivals convention in January.
You go?
Yeah, we go, trying to get rides and stuff. And
Yeah.
for years, I'd come in the room and I'd try not to talk because as soon as I talk, he'd be like, "Oh, I recognize you." No,
Paragon,
no.
He fires right off at you.
He's like, "No, Heather, no, I can't help you." It's like,
Where is that at?
it's usually at the Marriott, right?
Up in Indy?
Mhm. Yeah, it's the weekend after New Year's.
Really, that early in the year? I
Yes.
guess they have to, don't they?
Yes.
Stuff
Yeah.
starts kicking off in February.
Oh
Pretty
yeah,
much.
yeah. I mean, they have all the whole state fair and festivals, so
That's crazy.
lot of festivals.
Well, I have to admit, this year for the Morgan County Fair, it was an odd time, and it's going to take some time for all of us to get used to this, because used to be we'd have the 4th of July, and you'd have 2 or 3 weeks, and then school's going to start, football's going to start, and it's fair.
Yeah.
This time it's 4th of July fair week and a half, and then from there to the end of the year, you're like, wait a minute, something's weird here.
Yeah.
We should be doing something.
Can we catch back up?
Yeah. So yeah, it was just, I do like that time zone though for the fair.
Yeah.
So that'll make it
Definitely.
interesting.
Yes.
And you guys fall before the fall foliage,
Yes.
so you're right in the center of the fair in the fall foliage.
Right after, pretty much right after Lazy Days there at Gosport as well.
Yeah, and they've got that going on.
They had it was last weekend.
Yeah. And Old Settlers Days are over with in Mooresville.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you guys,
And then the Apple Butter Festival there at Spencer, I think, is like the week after ours, I think.
I've not been to that. Is there a lot of apple butter down there during that?
It's pretty neat.
Because that sounds good.
There is,
I'm an apple butter fan.
Yes.
Me too.
I
Yeah.
went last year. They had a little bit down there. It was pretty good.
Yeah. Right there in Spencer?
Right there at the square.
At the square.
Oh, okay. I said I've not been to Lazy Days in Gosport.
It's good too.
And I've not been to Spencer.
They do the bed races still
Do
there.
they?
Oh
Yes, they
yeah.
do, man.
It was pretty fun to watch that this year.
See, I'm not on the board anymore for the fall foliage, but
I seen they did bring that back
They
this
coaxed
year.
me into announcing that, and I'm like, oh.
That should be fun.
You'll have a blast.
I know. I'm like, I get to do the bed race.
It will be
That was always a fan favorite up
Oh, yeah.
here for the parade, because
yeah.
those bed races, you'd have the banks would have teams
Yes.
and everybody, and there'd be competition and
Yes.
crap talking.
That's
and,
what they did down there. They had the football players and cheerleaders go against each other as well. So
See, that's fun.
maybe you ought to string that up
Well,
here.
they've got it right now. They've got it set where you got to be over 18, because
Oh,
I think
yeah.
what happened is time went on.
Insurance,
Yeah,
liability.
time went on was people were figuring out you could get 4 young kids to
And go-
push it and have them sponsor your team, be on your team, and they'd get like a 50-pound kid and set him on the bed, so there's no weight other than the bed. So they're flying down these things. I'm like, wait a minute, that kid's just sitting on that bed, not even strapped down. Something bad's gonna happen.
Somebody trips you.
Oh yeah, some wheel come off because half them wheels are going down the track like this. So they've fixed that now. So
Yeah.
which rightfully so. It only takes one accident, and then you're in
So
trouble.
it's always, though, not as good as it used to be, the good old days,
No,
right?
because
Somebody ruins everything.
we drove around without a seatbelt and a worry. So
There you go.
our seatbelt was this, the mom or dad's
Stop.
arm. Yeah.
Before you hit your head on the
Oh, I hit my head on that dash many a time. Trust
or
me.
you go around the corner and the door flies open and you fly
yeah.
out.
The coolest thing that I can remember is Dad had a station wagon that was about as big as here to the street, and it had a back seat that looked out the back window. And we would sit back there and watch the whole day go past you. I was like, and you weren't buckled up.
No.
You climb over one seat and get to the other, and I'm like,
You were always jumping back and forth, that's for sure.
oh yeah, good times. All right, so food vendors. Who's going to be down there? Because I know you got tomato pie, but if we're going down there, we're going to eat.
I'm going to let the president answer that for you.
We got Fat Daddy's Barbecue. He was down there last year.
What is that? That sounds good.
He's got a real good barbecue.
You don't ever want to see anybody cooking barbecue called Skinny.
Is that right?
I think he's out of Ellisville. He does a lot over in Bloomington,
Okay.
Ellisville area. He's down there last year. He had a good menu. I think we've got snow cones and elephant ears.
Is Kona Ice coming down there? Or
yes.
No,
no,
Ice.
It's tropical snow.
Snow.
I'm sorry.
Tropical snow of Morrisville.
Okay.
See, you know more about this than I
do. Well, I mean, you're the vendor guy. I thought you knew.
I just know where to put them at. That's it.
I told him, I said, snow. You know, I get on these sites. I joined like the Indiana food truck Facebook page just to invite people down to come to try to get them to come, and then they'll start questioning me. And our Facebook setup, you'll get a kick out of this. Ask him, and everybody that replies, it replies as Rick Finney. So all these people are like, "Thank you, Rick, for answering so fast." And I'm like, so finally, I told this one lady, I said, laugh out loud. This is Heather, but Rick. It's never Rick.
I bet you Rick loves that.
He's like, yeah, he just laughs. But I'm always like sending them to David for the vendors. I'm like, hey, you need to call the vendor guy, please. Here's his number.
Right. Take care of this. So, how long has Rick been involved?
Rick says we are having the Los Reyes food truck. Thanks, Rick.
There's Rick right there. How you doing, Rick?
Tell him he's probably down there eating Mexican right now.
Right,
isn't he?
Right. How long has Rick been involved with the homecoming?
Off and on for
too long.
years.
No, ask him.
I think he was here before the homecoming started.
Yeah, he did it when I was a kid. So
he's about 103. So.
He's gonna win the most attended plaque.
Now, didn't he do an event last year? What was he in? Wasn't there an event that he was trying to coax me into doing, but he did it himself or something? Or maybe it was 2 years ago. I'm getting my years mixed.
He did the pie in the face. Maybe he was trying to.
I got that at the fair this year.
Yeah. I think it was a pie in the face.
Was it?
But I don't know.
48
years. See,
Look
I
at
told
that dedication.
You. He's been there longer than how old I am.
How long have you been involved?
Off and on, probably 20 years.
And this is my 17th year, so.
So you already told me your age, so
I'm 45.
I won't share it.
I'm 45.
Wow, that's some dedication. That takes a lot.
Yes.
And you guys.
But it used to, like I told him, I wanted it to be around for my kids and grandkids. I mean, when I was little, I always thought there was nothing better than the Paragon Homecoming Festival. I mean, they had 2 stages usually going with free bands at one end and another band at another. And, like Dave Schwab with the IGA used to sponsor those BMX bikes and the wrestlers. That's how the wrestlers started coming. This group has been coming to our festival for probably that many years as well.
I about got her too.
She needs it.
Smack me.
Yeah, the good old days of IGA sponsoring stuff.
Yes.
I said that the other day. I miss IGA.
Me too.
There's a lot of things they did well in our community that we took for granted and just were like, whatever.
Right.
It'll be here forever.
Yeah. And then now it's gone. But
we definitely miss them there.
Yeah.
Paragon.
Yeah. So you guys don't have a grocery store down there at all, do you?
Dollar store, but that's not fresh fruits or nothing, and not very much meat.
That's the coverall store, though. That don't.
Yeah,
count.
he wants the fish fry mentioned.
Oh yeah.
Fire department's fish fry.
What day is the fire department fish fry?
It's all weekend.
All weekend.
So all weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yes.
And is it in the morning, afternoon, or starts at noon?
Well, Friday it opens at 6 and they'll serve, and then Saturday I think it's noon. They start.
Are they doing the pancake breakfast?
The Lions Club is not. They're down to 1 member, so.
Really?
Yes, as far as I know. One.
See, I'm not liking that.
Yeah.
That was another mainstay.
They were definitely needing help too, but I'm not sure of the outcome right at the moment. So, we missed even the chicken noodle dinner they used to do too, that everybody liked after the parade. But
so you guys need help down there. You need volunteers for Lions Club and the parade and
yeah,
especially for next year. It's going to be 100 next year, 100 years.
I thought we had, what was the brochure last year? Didn't you guys have something?
We had the racetrack theme last year.
Last year.
This year we let people send in, and we
So-
voted on it.
What's the theme?
It's
I don't.
it's
I
not
looked at the
really a
brochure, but
theme.
I don't have one in front of me.
That'd be my.
It's not really a theme. It just, it shows pretty much like the stage with band and cars. And,
He's jamming over there.
I know. It's like Rick's calling you on.
No,
George Slurg is calling.
now my barbecue's done.
Oh, well, that's it. Show's over. We're
Yeah,
going.
we're out of
barbecue.
here.
Now we know where we're eating.
Right.
I like to eat, that's for sure.
So what were you saying that the theme is?
It's like I said, we didn't really do a theme this year. We've been slacking, I tell you, a lot. But we had a lot of health issues this year. A lot of the members have had health issues. A
Understandable.
lot of surgeries, and still a lot of them having surgery. So we've been behind.
But you're here and you're still doing it.
We're here, and this is the 99th.
And you're
so.
10, 11 days away from number 99.
99. Tell them, bring money, people. Come on
Right.
down.
Pass the bucket.
Yeah, pass the bucket. 50-50 and all that always. We do a weekend 50-50.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah, weekend 50-50.
Okay.
Usually we try to do it every night, but with the
Back to the health problem.
back with the health problem, we're just doing the weekend one this time. So
What if somebody wanted to be a sponsor of the of your festival? How do they get go to you guys? Message?
yeah, they
Do they
can
message that and talk to
Yeah.
Rick?
Yeah, they talk to Rick.
message that and talk to Rick. Yep,
Right.
talk to Heather usually.
Mhm.
Which we do have a drop box at our building there too. At
the
there
side
on
of the
Union
building.
Street, there
Okay.
on the side of the building. A great big sign even says the Paragon Homecoming Festival and Veterans Memorial Drop Box.
Dropbox.
Yeah.
So somebody could put some information in there.
Mhm.
They could fill out or whatever, and
Yes.
and
Or
be
they could personal message any of us, any board member really,
Yeah.
or our page. We're pretty good about getting back to our people on the page.
What about getting in the parade? How do you go about that?
They can show up at Paragon School at 5:15ish, 5:30 usually,
and
and
just have at it.
I'll get them in line.
How many groups are? Yeah, how many got in the parade this year?
Well, a lot don't pre-register, but the ones that do come, I know. I mean, I definitely have the Republican Party coming. The cheerleaders are coming again.
Really good.
Yes, they are.
I had some of them in.
Rod
recently.
Bray, of course, he's coming. I've seen him at Gosport's Lazy Day Parade. He
Right.
said, "I'll see you in a few weeks." And
There you go.
I have the comic guys always come to.
Oh yeah,
love the comic
Eric,
guys
Yeah,
and the martial arts kids.
Gentry.
Yes, I love. They come.
J2.
No, I don't think the dance people are coming this year. I did
Okay.
ask a few, but
Or what's the other dance place?
Elite.
Elite.
Yeah, it gets a lot of them are getting to the point where it's like, well, it's a holiday weekend and we're out of town, and
That's
the only
true. I
that's
forgot.
the only time our kids have off, because I still am trying to get the parade. Luke, the band in the parade, Luke Jackson. I hit him up. He's like,
The high school band.
yes, they're supposed to have been coming for years, but they haven't. So we're gonna work on that for the
Ooh.
100th.
Well, let's talk to Ken Bell and have him get down there. Have you said anything to him?
About 15 years worth.
Come on, Ken.
As you can tell, she's not shy about asking.
She's not afraid to say get no said.
I emailed all of our presidents and vice presidents of the board last year and the year before trying to get it, and even talked to the super about it last year, but it still never really quite happened.
Right.
But the 100's coming. I got
You're gonna make
high
that one
hopes.
big,
High
bigger.
hopes,
Yeah,
right?
right.
We can have hopes.
I told him, I said, Rick's a bus driver, and me too. I could go pick him up and bring him.
There you go.
I mean, we're school employee bus drivers, even so.
How many school employees do you have on your board? Probably 3, 4.
Just the two.
Just the two. You
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah, just the two.
That's enough.
That's enough. I mean, and there is a lot of bus drivers there in Paragon that would do it as well.
You got Byram's not far, and everybody else right.
Well, Charlotte, Miss
Yeah.
Cooley, she's right there, and then Stacy Allen lives right
Yeah.
there, and yeah, so
That's where all the bus drivers from.
pretty.
in that area.
My cousin Amber, she's down there.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm like you. Hopefully, we'll get that with your help too. Maybe we'll get them. Get 'em there
I'm
next
gonna
year.
message Mr. Belt when we get off here and say, hey.
I told him. I said, it's great practice for the fall foliage.
It is.
Plus all the band competitions you have coming up. It's
Right.
great practice to work out those little kinks.
What
that
about
you
the
need.
community band?
I've asked them a time or two, and
Getting them together would probably be tougher.
They said they would wanted to, but they just didn't think they could even walk that short of one, and they didn't have anybody that wanted to pull a wagon through it. So
okay.
So I was like, okay, I'll cut you some slack.
I forgot that walk would not be fun.
No.
At some of the ages of some of the community bands.
Yes. I can't
While
say,
carrying an instrument.
I can't
and
say.
playing and smiling like you're enjoying yourself.
Yeah, even if it is only 30 minutes.
You're right. How many blocks is it?
I don't know.
Half mile, quarter mile?
I'd say about a quarter mile and a half.
Yeah, definitely.
It's not a big route.
No, not at all.
Now, does the town come out? A lot of folks line the streets?
Yeah.
Okay.
For the candy, right? You got to get out for the candy.
Well, we're gonna give away a secret here at Porch Time that we figured out. We figured this out. 3 or 4 years, or 2 or 3 years in a row, I believe it was. We put a float in the fall foliage. Hello, Mike, and we would go live from the float and film the audience as we went through the town.
That'd be nice.
Okay, just something different because we're goofy. So we decided we bought thousands of Tootsie Rolls, the little ones. I mean, literally, each of us spent probably $300 on Tootsie Rolls, and we were shopping everywhere. You could not find a Tootsie Roll in this 30-mile radius because we had them, and we had our pockets full, and we had bags, and
that's so funny.
Well, we ran out before we got to the square because we made it a contest. People have buckets to collect the candy.
Try to get it in the bucket.
We were throwing ahead, and if you made it, we were keeping score. Well,
so who won, by the way, real quick?
We still have this clip, but Andrew said someone get the hot dog, and there was some kid standing on Washington Street with his hot dog like this, looking around, and he's got it like Statue of Liberty up there. And you see on video, we call it the shot dog. Timmy threw one, and it lands right in the kid's hot dog. And the kid's like, looks at it, and it's on video, and it's the funniest thing we've ever seen. But what we determined was there's a lot of old folks that line the parade route for the fall foliage. And they have a bucket, and they take that candy that they collected, dumped in a bucket, and then you'll see that candy at the end of the month during Halloween.
I mean, that's exactly. That's a good idea.
I was like, we were like, wait a minute. They're dumping that candy in another bucket in a Halloween bucket. That's what they're collecting. So I'm like, hey, you know what? That's why the old people survive.
Yes.
Recycling.
That is so funny because we're like,
that is
they're
so
taking
great.
that candy and stash it so they don't have to buy. Like, here, kids, here's your fall foliage Halloween candy. But I mean, that candy there's probably 2 Halloweens old, so I can't talk. Anyway.
It's still good, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah. So the community comes out and supports you guys real well. That's nice. And Tomato Pie is going to be open.
They are going to be open.
Track's going to be going.
Track's going to be going.
Los Reyes is going to be there, I believe, with their taco truck. You got, what was the name of the barbecue place?
Fat Daddy's Barbecue.
Fat Daddy's Barbecue will be there.
We've got another barbecue truck wanting to come in.
Got a lot of craft.
Back with me yet, but
craft vendors, quite a few.
A lot of craft vendors.
Yes, a lot of craft vendors.
So there's a tent to go through, or
no,
out street.
Yeah,
just the street.
Just the street.
Just booths down the street.
Good. Now, Porch Time, if they get off their tired butt and come down there and they need to go live one night while they're down there and have sun, because that's something we've not done.
I know, you need definitely need to.
We've
invited you every year.
You have. Well, Rick was going to hit me in the face with a pie last year, so I knew I wasn't going. And here, this.
Hey, I think
Heather says we can't wait.
I think he actually said that he wanted you to dress up for our contest that we haven't been doing for a while, the prettiest contest.
That may have been it.
That's a.
Hey, Heather. No, didn't you have a track race or something? It was the
prettiest contest.
I thought there was a pedal or a race something event that he wanted me to do, and he was doing it.
Oh, it might have been the adult
derby.
The adult
That's probably
Powerball Derby.
Yeah.
I was thinking he wanted you.
I don't dress up anymore.
Spoiler alert: we are bringing that back for the 100th and getting people out of retirement.
To bring back for the prettiest contest?
Yes,
prettiest contest.
Yeah, we have a guy that won like 7 or 8 years in a row.
You got Brad Pitt living down there in that end of the county, or what?
Yeah, I mean he was pretty good.
Heather says, "Hey Heather."
Hey Heather, how we doing? Can't wait to see you guys.
Do you do the what is the husband calling or the wife calling contest?
No.
Have you seen some of those? Those are the best.
No.
Yeah, I've seen them online.
Those
They're
are-
funny.
I don't know if that would be great. Calling my husband is not a very good terms, good words.
You got to use clean language
Wait,
now.
beep, beep, beep.
Right.
Problem with that is most husbands don't answer.
Right. It's selective hearing. Hello, Nicole. You guys have a lot of fun down there. I've heard nothing but good things about it. We do need to try to get down there as long as I don't get hit in the face with a pie again, or for this event, because I got smoked pretty good.
Ice cream at work.
Well, she's not. I don't know if they live on that side. It was the Towel Hackers. Chloe got me good in the face.
Yeah.
4-H kid. I know you got a bunch of them down there.
Yes. A lot of 4-H kids.
Do you guys have a queen contest?
We do. Yeah.
Who won that?
That's the crowning on 7:30
Right.
on Friday.
Who's your current queen?
Last year's queen was Amy Byram.
Okay.
So this year's queen, which I guess I can.
Angie says put him in the dunk tank. No,
Yeah.
Angie.
There we go.
Yeah,
I've done that dunk tank, and that is no fun.
We may have a dunk tank, but
we
I
might
don't
make
know.
more money with
They
you
haven't
there.
had one yet. I'll
Here's the
fix one of
issue.
them.
Here's the issue with dunk tank for older people. It's no big deal to sit there and run your mouth and fall in.
Just getting
Yeah.
out.
Out of that thing. And this was probably 8 years ago. I was like, holy cow. Y'all might have to drain this and punch a hole in the side. Because it's slippery.
Yeah.
Call the fire department.
Oh, yeah, get a hoist. But yeah, it's if they had a ladder, a lot of them don't have ladders in it.
Right.
Mm-mm.
And we did it for Relay for Life, I think.
The Owen County High School, the Owen Valley High
Sure,
School,
Patriots.
their band sent us a message, but they've not replied yet.
replied
They were
back.
wanting to do a dunk tank at the
Oh, that'd be
festival. Well, they're going to perform in the Disney parade as well, actually playing
as our group of cheerleader girls are.
the girls, but their band is, so not their cheerleaders.
Very cool.
But, so they were trying to raise funds, and they messaged and wanted to, but I've never heard anything else from them. So,
Yeah.
like, I was going to send her a message and say, hey, are you still coming?
Kevin can't swim. I can swim a little bit. Probably not fantastic anymore. But the big thing about dunk tanks is you have to change that water out, because you get it in there at noon, and by 6 p.m.
Oh, yeah.
it's dirty and it's 400 degrees in that water, and people don't realize that it's no fun.
No,
So,
it definitely wouldn't be. I'm like, no,
it's no fun for that person going underwater.
I'm not getting in.
I was going to volunteer you and Rick.
I took
and
pies in the
David?
face numerous
Dave's done
years.
it many a time.
So would you rather have a pie in the face?
I'd rather have a pie in the face. You betcha.
Well,
Nothing worse than having to, wet clothes and just.
right. If it's nice out.
Yeah.
If it's like it is today, it wouldn't be bad.
No,
but-
today would be nice.
Yeah.
We might say, heck
if
yeah.
you could talk Grace into donate more pies.
Oh,
that
great.
pie they donated for.
No, those are great pies.
They donated that strawberry pie that Chloe had to eat for the fall or for the fair, and that thing had to weigh 15 pounds.
Holy.
I was like, how many strawberries were killed in the making of this pie? Because it was massive.
Be eating it.
And then the pie that I got in the face was a lemon pie, a chocolate lemon, or just a lemon pie. And I mean,
So they actually had.
There you go.
You actually had.
They had one at the.
You actually had filling. We
Oh, I
just,
know.
we just used whipped cream.
That's what I told her. I said, just do whipped cream. She goes, oh, no, you need the whole pie. And she hit me in the face with that. After about 2 seconds, I was like, man, don't let that hit the ground. I'm like,
You're trying to eat it up.
Yeah, it was good stuff. So
I'm
it
all
was.
about eating a pie.
Rick says that they had a pie eating contest at the fair this year. And they had some guests come in and eat. So
Is it tie your hands behind
They
face first?
did.
Is that how?
they did, and I was like, no, I want to be able to pick it up and stuff. But they had
Enjoy.
they tied their hands behind their back and just started digging
So
in. I was
you could even add the extra off of like some of those reality shows and blindfold them.
Right,
And
no,
then they're really.
but they dug in. I forget who won, but man, it was messy.
Oh, I bet.
Because I'm like, if I'm gonna do it,
What a good
I'm
messy.
I'm going hog wild on it. I'm burying my face in there and going after it. But
Sounds
it
good.
just they looked like me when they were done. So anyway, lots of fun stuff. But that's for the 100. We need to make that happen for the 100.
Yeah. So you're gonna come down and eat pie?
Yeah, I mean, I would probably take a pie in the face for the 100. But I need to get you guys in here in like July.
Yeah.
Not in
To
like
remind them,
August.
to
Not a week
remind them,
before.
hello, we need some pies. Come on.
Not the week before your event and say, oh, hey, one of the young girls won. Okay. That's right. During the pie eating contest at the fair.
You wouldn't think she'd be able to eat that much.
That's what I said. But that Chloe was scarfing on that pie so quick. I was like, slow down. You're giving me an indigestion.
You're going to be sick here in a minute.
They said she took that pie home and ate the rest of it that night.
Mm.
And I was like, I don't think I could have done that
No.
myself. First, the sugar rush alone would have killed me.
So the older we get, right, you can't do the things you used to.
Right.
So
See, for next year, you've got a pie eating contest, you got a dunk tank option, and you got a pie in the face of you or Rick, either one. So
I nominate Rick.
Can we rewind that to where you volunteered for pie in the face?
What was it? Was it in Greece where they threw the pie and hit the coach in the face? I'd do something like that. But I don't want to get the dunk tank.
Yeah.
We'll do that when he's down there doing.
I won't do that. I wouldn't do
You're
that.
right.
So that would be bad.
The bad thing is I got enemies that put rocks in those pies. The next thing I'm gonna catch a rock upside the face. So it's all for the.
I'd be right there.
I was
with
gonna
the
say
problem.
well, it's all for the good of the show. So yeah, next year's 100, but this year
Put
Tom in the dunk tank. Exactly.
Yeah, that would work too.
This year coming up Friday, September 1st, 6 p.m. The festival opens 6 to 7:30. Sean Proctor, 7:30 the crowning ceremony, and that's going to be your queen contest.
Yes.
Is that open to the public? Who's
It
all
is.
people still can enter?
No,
It's already done
August
deal.
1st was the deadline on that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And then the Main Street Band, Tommy Henson and Heather, from 8 to midnight. Paragon people, they party. Saturday, September 2nd, 8 a.m., townwide yard sales. And they all come out for that? People.
Yes. Yep.
9 a.m. to 10 o'clock is the car show registration. 11 a.m. is the car show, sponsored by Pap's Garage. 11:30 to 12 is the car show judging, and then the awards will be awarded at 1 p.m. 11 a.m. is the kiddie tractor pull, and the antique machinery is handling that this year. Warren County Antique Machinery. And then a fan favorite of Heather's, 2 to 5, the Silly Safaris. That's a live animal show.
Yes.
And they bring iguanas and stuff that I don't want to get near. And then 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. is Austin James. He's been in studio. And then 8 to midnight is a band out of Spencer, you said, called Bonita.
Yeah. I think that's how you say it.
Yeah, it is Bonita. I don't know if that's how they pronounce it, but Sunday, September 3rd, 10:30 registration begins for the cornhole. 10:30, 11:30, 11 a.m. the cornhole competition starts, and that's sponsored by Cordell Realty.
Yes.
She's a good gal.
Yes, she
She's
is.
a friend
Really
of the show.
good gal.
Every time we do an event, she's
Tell her,
over.
you need anything sold? There you go.
Yeah. She is a good lady.
Yes.
11 a.m. to 2 p.m. is the Backwoods Bluegrass Band. Where are they out of?
They are out of Bedford.
Okay. And then 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. is the WCWO Wrestling. That ought to be fun. And then 6 o'clock's the big parade. 7 p.m. is the awards. And then 8 p.m. to midnight is the mystery train ride. Train band. Mystery train band.
Don't throw the ride out there. They'll be coming. Where's my train ride?
Mystery train band. So they're rocking till midnight again on Sunday. But the parade starts at 6. If you want to be involved in the parade, show up there around 5:30.
Yep.
Heather will fit you in there. And go out and have a good time down at Paragon. And like you said, you got food trucks, you got the barbecue, you got Los Reyes, you got the craft fair, and you got the ice truck, but not, it's the other one. It's
tropical snow.
Tropical snow.
Tropical snow. And it's not too late for people if they would like to bring crafts or food truck. Come on, get a hold of us too, because we'll get them in.
And Millie McGee's is one of the sponsors. Let's not forget that, because that is vital. Always vital.
I'd show you all of the sponsors if I had the book, David.
Can someone post the schedule for this from Porch Time? I'll take the one picture and post it on there later.
That would be great. Thank you.
Yep, you're welcome. So you got a list of sponsors you didn't bring, see?
Well, they're in the book because I just flipped through the book. I mean, I can tell you some. Keller Office Supply,
here in town.
yes. We also have the Sterling Butterfly. Who else there on the square? The Smoke Shop. Is it
Vibes.
the Vibe? Is that the one across from
Is it-
Hometown Nutrition?
Okay,
down,
down the corner.
down from-
Yeah.
yeah, they were one here in Martinsville.
Candy Kitchen.
Candy
we've got
Kitchen. Let's see, was
Sadler Realty.
yeah, John Jones too.
Johnny Jones.
Yeah, John Jones Jr. there.
What about Los Reyes? No.
Reyes
Yes,
is in
yes,
there,
they're
yeah.
I say you got his
sponsor.
truck, so
yes, he's
Figured that.
always a good sponsor as well. I'm trying
Both
to
funeral homes,
Yeah.
Custon and
Yeah,
both,
Neil.
both funeral homes.
Good.
Yes, Gosport Funeral Home. Even I mean, we got funeral homes.
We're not wishing anybody to die, but we're just taking precautions.
You're
It's
keeping
the Paragon Liquor Store as well.
See, if you put the funeral home and liquor store by each other,
I think they actually are in one here. It's
What?
like, and that.
What about the bar down there?
Midwest Specialties. The bar down there has not donated yet. Should I say that on here? But
No, you should.
They
Step
usually do.
Step
I mean,
up.
I harass them enough, and
Right?
I mean,
You support them enough? Were you going to say that?
I do, well, I haven't been to the bar for quite a while, but
Right.
but it is a nice bar. I do like it.
Yes.
You know, no smoking in there, so that makes it nice. And
Scotty McCartney was down there just the other day, I believe, playing too.
yeah,
So,
and they
Yeah.
have bands and
yeah.
karaoke and pool tables. So yeah, it's a nice bar and restaurant. The food's pretty good too. So you know, right. Nice. We need that in Paragon. We need more food.
Did you twist Tomato Pie's arm yet?
I have not.
Yeah, it's kind of early for them opening back
I
up.
did try to get them to put an ad in the book, and they wasn't interested yet. But I am going to hit them up for some coupons for the car show.
I'm thinking they need to come over there and pass out slices of pizza, show people.
Well, you know,
Especially when I'm there.
you know when the Kim owned it, the
That would
original
happen,
lady.
that happened.
She was out there selling pizza by the slice to them out front, but now they just do it inside. So
Okay.
and you never know, they might do a special for people during the festival.
Sure.
Fingers crossed.
Right.
Tell them do some pizza by the slice. It's a couple,
That's-
2 or 3
That's a good way to
breadsticks,
make,
you know.
make money during the events like that.
Yeah.
Sell it by the slice.
Well, I'm sure they'll be busy. I mean, they've been nothing but busy.
And they're right there in that area too.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
they're right there
literally,
where
their parking lot's pretty much at the carnival.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, they should have a booth outside selling by the slice.
Yeah.
And do they serve adult beverages?
No,
there,
they
too?
do not yet.
They don't
And
have the liquor license.
well, they do, but they're not doing it right at
Don't
the
have
moment.
the tap yet.
I mean, you know, you do have a bar across the street and,
Yeah,
and a
yeah.
liquor store down the street.
Yeah,
I mean, you know, not saying.
But that's another gaming issue where you got to rope stuff off and all that.
Oh yeah,
100%.
yeah. Well, you know, we have security that gets to handle that stuff.
Right.
What is it Rick would say? You know, because we have that county lot right there. If you've ever been to the festival, the stage is there, and then right there's the big county lot where all the side by sides,
Sides and-
4-wheelers, and that stuff go. And Rick always referred to that as the rowdy lot.
That's where the good people hang out. So,
Exactly.
I'm not saying I spend most of my time.
right.
That right
right.
next door to your
You don't
house.
have to.
Well, that's my mom has a
I
house
was
right
saying
next
that your
to
neighborhood right there
Yeah.
too. So
It's always on the porch there.
that's funny. Well, it's just shocking. It's September 1st. It starts up already. It's here.
Doesn't even seem like it.
Quick.
When I said that you guys were just in here, I seriously, it seems like you were just in here.
Yes, it
It
does.
zipped by this year. Numbers picked up. It looked like to me for the fair this year because COVID's gone.
Yeah.
You know, and
They say it's back.
I'm ignoring
I
that.
don't know.
I
Yeah.
pay no attention to any of that in my mind.
Yeah.
I'm not masking up. I'm not doing any of that. I don't care. So hopefully your numbers will get back up to if they're not, where they were pre,
Yes.
and get your people down there and have some
Hoping
fun. And
so.
September 1st, I know I want to go to a concert. I don't think we have anything scheduled because so many people take off, but I know there's a concert out that Drink the Creek.
Yes, there is.
That is the Henry Lee and Melon Cougar and Eliminator and Jenny DeVoe. That's on the 2nd at 2 p.m. But that gives me a long time to venture out there there's a lot of hours off there. So
Yeah.
There you go.
I no excuse.
Yes,
And
calm down.
and as a matter of fact, I'll look at my schedule here right now. The rest of the week's insane here, but I think I have shows night, tomorrow night, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, next Tuesday, and that's all I've got scheduled so far. I've got one on the 5th, and I've got some other things, but nothing. So as of right now, there's nothing going on. I say that.
So you come and then it'll be 15 things.
I guarantee you,
Yes, is the way it always
Beth's
is.
going like, "What's he doing?"
She's
Text,
like,
text,
you done
text.
forgot.
Right,
you done
right.
forgot. You already
You told
promised
so and
this.
so. Well, we're gonna do something for Shot Zone. The guys south of town, the airsoft guys.
Is that in the old Marsh building? Is that
No,
okay?
that's a different guy.
That's a different guy.
This is out Jordan Road, for the lack of better. Remember where
Oh.
Buggy Works used to be? And
Yes.
they actually own part of that, and then that big warehouse that sits off there with the CPA and all that stuff. They're in there,
Oh, okay.
and he has a marvelous facility, like one of the larger ones in the state,
Really?
and people don't even know about
No,
it.
I had no idea.
Yeah. Heard of it.
I went in there where he got a hold of Beth and invited us down there, and we went down there and toured it, and he gave us the full deal. It's amazing. And then
That's cool.
next to the old Buggy Works building there, they own a big chunk of that. You can go from there and you can walk over or drive over to that, and they have an indoor airsoft setup.
That's cool.
So you're playing like Battlefield in real life, and they set it on your video games.
Yeah.
And they rent it out for birthdays and everything. So he wants
I'll keep that in mind.
us to go live there, and they have all the stuff. They have all the weapons and all the protection and all that.
That'll be fun.
Someone has already
Can't wait
said
for
they're
that
gonna
episode.
shoot me online, and I'm like, no, I've been hit by paintballs. I don't need to get hit by airsoft. I've been hit hard by paintballs. Trust me. Used to have all that stuff and did that, and that was fun. But this airsoft is a little more realistic, and it's they really get into it. He said they have tournaments and there's teams. There's only a few teams in Indiana, like permanent teams.
Right.
He said these teams come from Michigan and Iowa and Nebraska and all over the.
Mike, I had no idea.
It's a big thing.
Oh
That's
yeah.
pretty cool.
It's like paintball when it first started.
Oh yeah.
It's
This
big.
is massive, and he has a state of the art setup for cameras and stuff in that place over there, and so we're gonna go
So
out there.
I'm looking forward to when you go live.
They have a big event on the 26th out there. There's so much going on the 26th. I know that's a Cedar Creek day.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure it is.
Yeah, that's
Tell
Toby
me you're
Keith.
about, that's
Yeah,
your Toby
Toby
Keith.
Keith, I'll be there. But they want us to come out then. I said, I doubt we come out then.
Yeah.
But they want us to come out, and they're going to get a couple local kids teams to come on out and just play for fun.
Yeah.
And
that'd
we'll
be
go
neat.
live with it. So that's coming up. But that dude's a good dude. And I'm like, he's like, dude, nobody knows about us. We've been out here for X amount of time.
Yeah, I had
Uh,
no
yeah,
idea.
he's
Prior
First ever.
service, military, good guy. And they run a good
So
show.
he needs to get out and talk more than,
Well,
right?
that's what I said. I told him, I said, we need to get you in here.
Yeah.
I said, get you in here, and then we'll go down there and go live and carry it. So
Yeah.
I think I'm probably going to message him this week and say, hey, come in, bring some of your helmets and your weapons,
That'd be neat.
and we'll talk about what you got. And then maybe in a couple weeks after that, we'll go there live from your facility so people kind of break the ice and get you involved. So, but other than that, I don't have a whole lot that I can think off the top of my head, but I'm sure Beth or Corey's going to be like, hey, dummy, what are you doing? Friday night, we'll have a football game.
Yes,
So,
Friday night's a football game.
And we'll probably be at home.
Yep.
So
It seems like that way usually.
I say that. See, this is what I get for.
We'll see him next year.
No,
For the 100.
no. I want to.
I mean, he did make it.
Hope for Greenwood.
Tell him he did make it down to the Paragon Speedway. I see.
Yes, I did. We
so-
went live from Paragon Speedway.
Yeah, which is pretty
September 1st, Greenwood at home.
I figured it was
So that means the second I got and
Saturday.
the third.
You can come down for the rock band. There you
I
go.
can come down for the parade too.
Yeah.
So
Come down. Go live.
I would rather
Drive
go-
through.
Parade.
Drive through and play your bucket game.
We should have put a float in the Paragon. Just drive it right down 67. I need to come down early during the event and get people down there and say, hey, here's what was going on. Come on down and hang out this weekend.
Yeah.
Going to have great weather, 75 degrees and no rain.
Let's hope.
Pray to God.
We can be busy at times, Nicole. Sometimes it's too busy, but
Very busy guy.
Yeah.
She's right.
it's all right. Keeps me out of trouble. But
Keeps you young.
I stay busy.
Yeah.
I'm still in trouble.
yeah,
So.
I know it. Well, guys, as always, it's fun having you in here.
Thank you. We appreciate you having us.
September 1st. I know It was Beth goes, "Have you heard from Paragon yet?" And I said, "No." And I messaged you, and you're like, "Yeah, when can we come in?" It's like,
I was getting
"Where you
ready.
guys been?"
I was getting ready to send you a message, and just like I told you, I've been kind of slow this year. So,
But it snuck up on us because of the fair,
yes,
and my timing was. My mind's like, "Well, that's not for another month and a half."
that's why I kept thinking I got
September
time.
1st.
Got time. And then I'm like, wait, whoa, I don't have any time.
Right. That's when I said, shot you guys that message, and like, when can we go? I was like, better get you in here Sunday.
Sounds great.
Because you never know. So,
No, you don't.
zip on past. September 1st, go down, hang out at Paragon 6 p.m. They'll be down there having a ball all weekend long. They go to midnight, but it's probably like 4 in the morning if you're in the rowdy crowd.
Right in the right area.
Right. and then it just keeps going all weekend down there. So, and next year's 100. Isn't that
100.
amazing?
Crazy.
Is that crazy?
It is crazy. Very crazy.
100 years of Paragon Homecoming.
Yeah. Yep.
So
One of the oldest street festivals in Indiana. One of them.
that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this year we got number 99.
99.
We're gonna party like it's
99 bottles of
1999.
beer on the wall.
That should have been your theme.
Yeah.
99 bottles of strawberry wine on Strawberry Lane.
I tried 99 bottles of beer, but they didn't
Strawberry
like it.
Lane, they'd be like, where in the heck is that? Nobody knows that. Now it's Letterman Lane.
Well,
Letterman Road.
I still call it Strawberry Lane.
Me too. Me
Us
too.
old people still know.
Do you know, we're off the air,
Was
right?
you
Right.
drag stripping? Is that
Well,
what you
I
were
was
going to
gonna
tell
say,
me?
Back in the day, back in the day, you could go road tripping.
That
with
was
with
a
your
drag
buddies,
strip
And,
right there.
well, no, because you didn't want to get caught speeding. So you wanted to do the speed limit. But you could go out that way and drive all the way around and then cross over and go all the way almost to Columbus
Oh yeah,
and stay out of trouble and never hurt nobody or anything.
Yeah.
But
They
and
all them roads connect, you know.
yeah, and the funny thing is, I couldn't tell you the road unless there's something. Oh, I know how to get there now.
Yeah, the problem with that is all the kids grew up and become cops, and now they patrol. them.
Yeah, that's right. They ruined it for us.
Yeah, can't do that now.
You were there with us. What do you mean?
That's why they patrol it.
Right.
That's exactly.
All right, guys. September 1st, we'll try to get down there and at least go live one day, hang out with you guys a little bit. Appreciate what you guys do, as always.
Thank you for having us.
Anytime. And of course, next year we'll have to
Come earlier, you
a
said.
big blowout set up and get
Yeah.
everything involved. So,
Yeah.
all right, guys. Thank you for tuning in tonight. Don't forget September 1st, Paragon Homecoming. I will mention. I'll post that online tonight, and we'll
Thank
talk
you.
about it as we move forward. Love you guys. We'll be back on tomorrow night. I think I'm at a soccer match tomorrow night. No, Monty's in here burning a hat for Hat Bar Boutique. That's
Oh,
right.
Fun.
So
That'll
yeah,
be
Monty
fun,
tomorrow
too.
night,
Can't
soccer match next night. Love you guys. We will see you soon.